എല്ലാവരുടെയും ശ്രദ്ധയ്ക്ക് കുറച്ച് ശബ്ദം കുറയ്ക്കുക, പറയുന്നത് എല്ലാവരും കേൾക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി. താങ്ക് യു. അടുത്തതായി നമുക്ക് നമ്മളുടെ നേരത്തെ കണ്ട നമ്മളുടെ ജേക്കബ് വെങ്കലിൻ്റെ സ്വന്തം ഭാര്യ നമ്മൾ കേട്ട കഥകളുടെ മറ്റൊരു വേർഷനുമായി ഏതാണ് യാഥാർത്ഥ്യം ഏതാണ് അല്ലാത്തത് എന്ന് നമുക്ക് പറയാം. ഐ വെൽക്കം മീനു വെങ്കൽ.
It's great to be here, but really I'd be lying. I would be lying if I said it's great to be here. But, you know, my whole thing is that I don't know how many of you know me. So I am Jacob Vengal's wife. Now you may be thinking, wow, she's a true Bharatiya Nari. I mean, calling herself by her husband's name. But the reality is that a few months ago at a Coma program, Christmas, if any of you remember the Christmas program, if you were there, it was crowded. I was alone. Jacob had gone to India. Jacob does that frequently. He leaves me alone. But Jacob had gone to India and I was alone. So, looking around, I didn't find any of my friends. I couldn't recognize anybody. So I saw one man who I recognized. So I thought, great, I'll go to him. So I went to him and said, hi. And he said, like only a Malayali man can do, he did. So I thought to myself, maybe he doesn't remember my name. So I said, hi, I'm Meenu. And he once again did. So then I said, I'm Jacob Vengal's wife. And he said, Jacob Vengal. So that's why now I introduce myself as Jacob Vengal's wife. Feminism be damned. I'm Jacob Vengal's wife. So Jacob and I got married 32 years ago, not like what he said, 35, but 32 years ago, we got married. It was an arranged marriage, you know. I don't know how many of you have parents, but my parents used to tell me, Mole, don't talk to boys, don't talk to strangers, don't go out with boys, don't listen to anything they say. So then I you know, being a good daughter, I listened to them. Then one day they brought this handsome man in front of me and said, Mole, this is the man you're going to marry. And I said, isn't he a stranger? I'm going to marry a stranger that I shouldn't talk to ever? But apparently, and again, being a good daughter, I said, okay, I'll marry that stranger. So then we get married. And Jacob told you the story of his singing. We got married. I had a very close friend of mine who told me, Meenu is a fantastic singer. I believed them. And I thought, okay, I can't sing, but he can sing. So then, you know, our first night, and I'm sure all of you had the same first night, 50 people in the house with you, 3 bedrooms that you're all in, your cousins, uncles, aunties, everybody there. So we are in that same first night. And my grandmother decides, Namakku prarthikam. So I thought, great. I was tired, so I put my head down and I started dozing. My grandmother knows 2 songs, and she started with one of them. And everyone started joining that. All of a sudden, I heard this noise of a cow being strangled. And there is my stranger of a husband singing that. Well, the next day I went to his house and I understood where he got his jeans from. So then Jacob and I came to Columbus, Ohio. You know, we learned a lot during that first year. One of the first things that I learned is my husband is suddenly now a Republican. And he believes in telling me, I love you all the time. Now, ladies, I'll ask you a very personal question. How many of you tell your husbands you love them every day? My husband tells me at least 10 times a day. After every phone call, he'll say, I love you. So now, I don't pick up his calls. Because guess what? I'm an Indian and we don't like PDA. That was something else I learned in that first year. PDA, public displays of affection. You know what else I learned? I learned that you do not ask your male American classmate during an exam, can I borrow your rubber? That was a hard lesson. We also learned that Coca-Cola is soda, Fanta is soda, soda is soda, and we learned a lot during that first year of our married life. And then, of course, the children came. Mothers of boys. Any mothers of boys here? We are a beautiful breed. We all need to get awards here. So, mothers of boys, I have 2 boys. And I learned very quickly that I need positive reinforcement in my life. Because my father didn't teach me much Malayalam, but he taught me really good theory in Malayalam. And each time those boys came, I felt like using all those words. So I decided this is not going to happen. So I named one of them my favorite son, and the other one was best son ever. Now my favorite son is my oldest son. You know, the one who all your hopes and dreams are placed on. In middle school, we were he's also a procrastinator. So at middle school, we are at this big meeting with 100 different parents there. Lots of children, big room like this. All of a sudden from the back, I can hear, Mom, Mom, Mom. I don't know the answer to this question. When did I have my last period? Can you imagine how many eyes looked at me? Judging me? Yeah. Now, he's married. He got married last year. But recently, his wife told me this. He was, with his friends and he said, my mother's got beautiful hair. Okay. I have her same genes. My hair's also pretty. And you know what? My mother only has gray hair at the roots. It never goes beyond the roots. And those are my genes too. So that is my son. Now, I have another one that we call the best son ever. I call him the best son ever. He believes that he can change the world. We are waiting to see what he does. But he is the child that Jacob and I have wanted to disown. Have any of you had a child that you said, I wish he wasn't my son? So, orchestra. How many of your children are in orchestra? I'm sure all these boys are in orchestra. Now, my beautiful best son ever was supposed to have orchestra. And he comes and tells me, Mom, my teacher said, wear your Sunday best clothes. And I wear to church, I wear t-shirts and jeans. So she said it was okay. So I thought, they're doing something different, so it's okay. I go to school and what do I see? Everybody in a black pant and a white shirt. And my best son ever is wearing a pink t-shirt that says, tough men wear pink, and cargo shorts. So immediately this lady behind me tapped me and said, which is your son? So I looked, is there another Indian face in this group? And I turned and said, that is my son. So that is how, we have survived. And now we've come to the stage where we're empty nesters. Any empty nesters here? we are a good tribe. We know how to enjoy life. So after we dropped off our last child, the best son ever in the dorm, came back, and I thought, I may be sad. But all of a sudden, I felt as if my whole body was loosening up. I felt as if I was standing taller. Stress was just going away from me. So to all of you as I leave today, I have just one word to say about being an empty nester. It is fantastic.
Thank you, Meenu. That was awesome. Thank you. One more round of applause for all the moms here.